Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee Break Live. And I want to say that I appreciate you being here on my launch day for Saving Nevada. I am so excited. I've been working on this book since 2019 in between other contracts. And I can't think of anybody else I'd rather celebrate today with than Peggy, who's sitting next to me, and all of you. So thank you again for being here. And I have a special guest today, and we have known each other online for a while now, and we
A while
support
it
each
is.
other. Yeah, we support each other. We share each other's posts. We lift each other up, which is what I would love to see all the writing community do. And she has agreed to be on my program today. And I would like to introduce Peggy Doviak.
Lori, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm super excited to be here. I just bought Saving Nevada, and everybody watching should too. It
Thank
looks
you.
really fabulous, and I'm excited to be talking to you live and in person rather than virtually.
Thank you. We're so excited to have you here. Um, did you tell me that you have a horse?
I have two horses.
Oh,
So I've had my first horse since 2007. She's a midlife crisis, a gift from my best friend who lives in South Louisiana. And she had a colt born from her Good Barrel racing mare and the horse next door. And so little baby Magnolia was born under the magnolia tree, and Patty wanted to
oh,
make sure she went to a good home. And I've always whined that I wanted a horse. So I
yeah.
got Maggie and couldn't ride because this is truly a midlife crisis. And I've had her now forever, but I can ride her now, and she's fabulous. She's roan with a white star on her forehead and a gray mane. She's a pretty girl.
Oh,
Then about a
beautiful.
year ago, I saved a little horse who was destined for bad things. I renamed him. His name is Oreo. He's a small black and white paint. He's going to be 3 January 1st, and we're still bringing him along.
Oh, how old is he?
He's going to be 3 January 1st.
Okay.
So he's
Oh, wow.
2.
That's a good age. Yeah, mine's
Yeah,
24.
24 is good. Maggie is, I think, 17 now.
Okay. Yeah, they just get wiser with age and
They do.
sweeter, hopefully.
Yes. And
um,
opinionated.
oh yeah, it's mine was a wild horse. So he
Right.
has this attitude about so I go out into the pasture and he ignores me like I'm not there. He has such an attitude. And then we have a paint horse and she comes galloping across the pasture every time she sees me or hears my
Right.
car,
Right.
and she'll whinny and she makes this big production because I'm there. And it's not even feeding time. So, and I'm not even the one that feeds her. And
Right.
she makes this big deal. And he kind of looked up at me like, this was yesterday. He looked up at me like, oh, is she really a big deal? And so he walked
Of course
15
she is. She's
steps.
got a brand new book coming out. Lori's a huge deal.
Oh my gosh, thank you. He walked 15 steps toward me. I was just thrilled.
Oh,
That was just a big,
that's awesome.
like
I know the
blessing.
trainers say you shouldn't do it, but will he come for cookies?
Oh yeah, definitely.
See, I just bribe
Definitely.
mine until they think it's fun, even if I don't have them. So,
Yeah, he loves on me and is
oh,
very affectionate when he knows I have treats in my pocket. But
right. And
anyway,
sometimes we buy our friends.
so tell us about your books.
So I am a career changer. I went from corporate training to personal finance in 2003 when my mom had a bad experience with a stockbroker. And
Oh,
I got so mad. I took an English and education background and said, I'm going to open a financial firm.
good
So,
for you.
so I opened DM Wealth with absolutely no clients, but I always wanted to teach people about money. And it
Hmm.
takes a while to learn enough to write a nonfiction book.
I
And
can
so
imagine.
my first book, 52 Weeks to Prosperity, came out in 2018. It's a general financial planning book. And then this year, my new book, 52 Weeks to Well-Being, look, I brought a prop,
Yay!
came
I
out
can't
in
wait to
May.
read that book.
Cool thing about 52 Weeks to Well-Being, it's written specifically for women. And it's written in a way that's not condescending and assumes that you're very capable. But women have issues that are kind of unique. They tend to be the caregivers, and that's
Mhm.
both for the kids and the parents. They tend to not do as well if they're left widowed or divorced. They are more likely to be an entrepreneur. There are more
Mm.
female entrepreneurs than there are male entrepreneurs.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's the flexibility of the schedule. I think that
Oh.
you can have a business, but if you need to do something like take the kids to soccer, you can close at 2 and
Mhm.
you can reopen at 4. And so I think that it's not just, we think about selling things, which is a fabulous thing to do. But that entrepreneurship can go all the way up to like having a corporation, very small corporation like I have. But you can be an entrepreneur at absolutely any level. Writers
Mhm.
are entrepreneurs.
That's right. For
So
sure.
that's the next nonfiction book. That one's written for creatives, but it's
Oh.
just in the drafting stage right now.
Oh, I can't wait to read that one for sure too.
Yeah.
I so your book for the women, um,
Uh-huh. 52 weeks to well-being. What a woman needs to know to become queen of her finances.
that's awesome.
It's
And
really
I
fun.
that is next to on my to be
Oh,
read
you're
pile.
really kind to do that.
Oh no, I'm really excited about reading that. I'm so glad you wrote the book.
Well, I like to do it. I know it's not as much fun as what you write. But I have kind of big news on that front too,
Yes.
because I just got a contract for a cozy mystery, probably series where the protagonist is a financial planner.
I love
And
it.
yeah, because I love the Hallmark mystery movies.
Mhm.
And I watch them, and then it's like, okay, we got cookie bakers, and we've got matchmakers, and we've got real
Yes.
estate agents, so they can all find bodies and figure out who the killer is. We need a
Mhm.
heroine who is a financial planner, and so that's the premise of the series.
Yeah, and write what you know, right?
Write what you know.
Yes, it makes a difference. Well, that's exciting. So, when do you think have you started that
I'm
book?
expecting it out next year.
Okay.
I just got the contract about a month ago, and the
Ah.
book's finished, so I had to submit the complete manuscript. I'm getting my first round of edits back, I think December
Mhm.
10th, so that will be an adventure.
Yes. Be prepared.
Oh, I know, I've heard, but that's okay. I'm just thrilled somebody wants to publish it. I don't
I
care what I
know.
have to do.
Exactly. You know, I have the best editor in the world. She's edited the last 3 books of mine, and she's wonderful. And she gave me back my first edits. I was like, oh my gosh. We had to ditch the whole first 2 chapters
Right,
and but I'm telling you, it took me forever to get through those edits, but it made a tremendous difference.
right,
It's
right,
such so more it's catchier
right,
right from the beginning,
right.
and it made it such a huge difference. And she caught the smallest inconsistencies.
Hey, but that's super
Yes,
helpful.
it
That's super
is.
helpful. No, I'm just thrilled she loves the book. Whatever we
Yes,
need to do, we'll do.
congratulations, that's
Thank
big.
you. I know I'm really, really excited because I've always read mysteries.
What a Christmas treat.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Are Do you have any financial tips that you can give us since it's Christmas time?
I do actually. I've got a couple really useful ones. The first thing is when you get done with the holidays this year, go back and write down everything you spent. Now we kind of know about holiday gifts, and we create maybe we create a budget for those. Maybe we don't. But where you'll also get into trouble is if you use a card service, or if you have a holiday party, or if you tend to go out with your friends more. All
Mhm.
of that costs, and there are costs that aren't associated with other months. So if you can go in and write it all down and then try to save it, then divide it by 10, so you've got it by
Mhm.
November 1st, and then you'll have it for next holiday.
I love
I
that. That's
also
great.
like for people to start in January saving for their summer vacations. And then in
Mhm.
July, they start saving for the holidays. And that way, nothing becomes stressful on the other end of it.
And by then you're already used to saving from January on.
That's right.
That makes
Saving's
sense.
a habit. Okay. It's
Yeah.
just a habit to put a little bit of money back. the other thing that if you've got kids, don't buy them everything you think they want. Ask them what they want. Make sure that you're buying what they want. And if
Mhm.
they see something on an ad, make sure that it's not just a, wow, that's cool, and it
Yeah.
goes away. Look for consistency because, that's not spoiling anybody's Christmas. I'm not being any kind of a Grinch. Just buy what they want. Don't buy a
Yes.
bunch of stuff. Now, maybe they need socks. Maybe you have to buy those. But really try to center the gifts about around the things that they're wanting to have, around what they really want to have, and don't be too quick to buy.
That's true. My kids will complain, "Oh, then I know what I'm getting," but I have them give me an entire list, and then I just pick a
Right.
few things off of it.
Right, and you don't even have to let them know. Just you can ask them what they want, but if you ask them a little bit early,
Mhm.
you just don't make a huge giant deal about it. But if they see something on an ad that they're like, "Oh wow, I want that." Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I see lots of things on ads that I think I want until the ad is
Mhm.
over.
So, what do you think about I asked their list for their list early, and
Mhm,
then on Black Friday and Cyber Monday,
mhm.
I I pretty much got all my shopping done, and
That's
I got some
fabulous.
steep discounts on a
Right. Oh
lot of
yeah, I
things.
always like to go Black Friday and Cyber
Mhm.
Monday, save the money. The other advantage is, let's say there was something you couldn't find, you've still
Mhm.
got an entire month to work it out. If you wait till the
Mhm.
last minute to go shopping, you will buy literally anything you see just
That's
because you got to
true.
get something, and
Yes.
you'll pay anything for it because at that point you don't care. If you can do it a
Yes.
little bit earlier, then that gives you an opportunity to go in with a plan.
That's true. And then talk about time management skills.
That's right.
If you get it done early, I have all my stuff. I can go ahead
That's
and
right.
start wrapping it
Yes.
when I feel like it, not the
No,
night
that's
before.
fabulous.
Yes, it helps. So how can readers find you?
So I have a website. It's askpeggy.com, which ASKPEGGY. I'm on social media. All the social media links are there, including TikTok with my two cats, Patches and Bingo, who give
Oh,
financial tips. So if you're looking for financial advice from a cat, go check out Ask Peggy on TikTok. They're pretty smart. They
I'll
they
have
they
to
give
do that. I
pretty
need to go see that.
they give pretty good advice. But yeah, easiest way is just go to my website. My blog's on my website. You can register for my newsletter. There's all kinds of things. I do a contest every month through Writer's Space. If anybody's on Writer's Space, I give away a book a month.
That's great. And I will let everybody know I'm going to start reading her book, and I will
Well,
let you
I'm going to
know what
start
I think
reading
about it.
your book. So
Awesome.
tell me just a little bit about Saving Nevada because I really want to know what this is about.
So really it's based on a true story. My agent was pitching it as a nonfiction, and we got so close to selling it, but not close enough. So we ended up switching it to fiction based on a true story
Mhm,
because it is written from the first person, and I am not the character. So it just makes sense.
mhm.
But all of the plot points in there, everything that happens to her is all true.
Oh,
Because
that's awesome.
if I were to write that as fiction or not based on a true story, nobody would believe that that stuff ever would happen. And crazy stuff happens to her, and she perseveres through it. And so it's kind of a against all odds story where
So you're not actually the person it's based off of.
I'm not, no,
Okay,
no.
cool.
In fact, at 10 o'clock earlier, if you go back, I have an interview with Abigail Hale, and the story is based off of her, and her name is Haley in the story.
Nice.
So yeah, and
Cool.
it's just a roller coaster ride and kind of an edge of the seat kind of story. And I know it's a horse story, but it fits in with my brand because it's still about family. It's still about against all odds and persevering through the
Sure.
hardships and holding on to your dreams and not letting those go. So I really feel like even non-horse people would enjoy it.
I I can't wait to read it.
Thank you. And I can't wait to read
Yeah.
yours. All right. Well, thank you for coming today. Thanks for
Oh,
spending
thank
the
you again
time
so
here.
much for the invitation. So much fun. I'm glad to get to see you and talk to you, and
You
look
too.
forward to reading your book and probably gifting it a little bit through the holidays too. I've got a couple
Oh,
people
thank
who I
you.
know would like it.
Thank you. And anyway, thank you for being here
Thank
and
you so much.
have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.